Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis, and once again we've brought our Magick TV team to the St. Louis Pagan Picnic. We've been coming to picnic for many years. This year is the 24th annual picnic, which means next year is the 25th, which is a remarkable milestone for any event. And every year it seems to get better. While we were at picnic, we talked with a number of fascinating people, and I'm very pleased to bring you those interviews. I'm sure you'll enjoy them.
I'm Sheetz. I am the local coordinator of St. Louis Pagan Pride. I'm also a radio host on United Pagan Radio, 3 shows a week. Right now I'm doing Goddesses and the Gods, which is on Fridays, Hot Pagan Topics, which is also on Fridays, and then Saturday, my favorite show, which is Pagan Parenting in Today's World. Actually, this is my first year. Last year I was going to be here, and it just didn't work out for me. I'm actually, one of those people that, I guess, was pagan before they knew they were pagan. Yes, I was in the haunted house industry for years. I worked at the Darkness, the Limp Brewery, all over in St. Louis. I'm really into horror and characters, and actually I've been dressing up, in my capes and things for years. And and love to dress up and do the Renaissance things and all the different things. I've always been really drawn to it. I just didn't understand it all. Always been a follower of the goddess, but didn't realize really what I was doing until about 7 years ago. Or how we people group it, I guess, how we get put into as a pagan versus a different religion. For me, for years, I just went around saying I was spiritual until I realized that I was really, that's the same thing.
So can you tell us a little bit about the Pagan Pride event?
It is an annual event that is part of the large international group Pagan Pride Project. We're all over the world. We have stuff everywhere. We have festivals every year between May and October. It is a nonprofit group that provides education, free workshops. Everything at the event is actually free. There's no cost to attend. We just ask for donations for us to donate to a pantry for either people or for animals. We will have workshops on every hour, and our main speaker this year is River Higginbotham. It's going to be a great event. We have bands that will be playing each day. We are going to have food vendors, lots of vendors rows, and just lots of things to do. It's also a family-friendly event. There is a park and playground right there for the kids, so you can see your kids and walk around the whole thing at the same time. It is October 8th and 9th, 2016, and it's at Deer Creek Park in Maplewood, Missouri. I am on United Pagan Radio, which is a station that provides unification through diversification. We have weekly shows, talk shows. They do play a lot of pagan music. They have the Pagan Countdown, the Pagan Music Awards that they're doing for the first time this year. And we actually even have a university where they teach free classes. So it's really about just promoting pagans and helping them get along without having to spend a whole bunch of money, because it does sometimes cost a lot of money to learn things, and we're trying to provide education to people for free. Wonderful.
Now, if people would like to find out more about your radio programs, where would they go?
They would go to www.unitedpaganradio.net. They can also go to my website for the St. Louis Pagan Pride, which is www.stlouispaganpride.org. Everything is linked together because Pagan Radio is a sponsor of St. Louis Pagan Pride. So you can get to either one from either website.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
I hope you have a lovely, lovely time.
Thank you. You too.
Hi, I'm Rachael Mueller. I'm with the Temple of Witchcraft.
And we're here at the St. Louis Picnic.
Yes, having a wonderful time being in community and enjoying everything that the picnic has to offer. I think if I were to look back, I think we're in our 7th or 8th year already, so we've become a part of the foundation of the vendor booth here. The Temple of Witchcraft was started by Christopher Penczak, Adam Sartwell, and Steve Kinson up in Salem, New Hampshire. It's a 501c3 organization. It's been operating now for the last 5 or 6 years as a 501c3, but Christopher's been teaching for 25 years. It's an entire group of ministries that come together, 12 different ministries. One of probably the well-known ministries is his mystery school, and it's a 5-year degree system, the mystery school. We have teachers that are now in several different cities across the U.S., including St. Louis. I teach the mystery school lessons here. Right now, for representing the Temple of Witchcraft, as I mentioned, we have the classes, which we're doing the year 1, the year 2, and the year 3. Starting in September, we'll start year 4. We also do the Temple of Witchcraft Sabbats. So we meet at Pathways Bookstore here in St. Louis, and they help host the space for us. And we meet, normally it's the Saturday right before the Sabbath. The first year is the introductory year, and several Witchcraft 101 books you'll pick up get you immediately into doing spell work and doing things like that. With the Temple of Witchcraft, the way that Christopher Penczak has laid it out is that your first year of apprenticeship, a year and a day, is more about working with the inner temple, working with that sense of getting connected with your energy bodies, getting in connection with the vibration. We also do work that helps feed the skeptical mind, because we will actually get into some of the modern sciences like quantum physics and the holographic theory, and look at those modern sciences and see that they actually support some of the principles of the Hermetic principles that we look at. So we give people that first year a good foundation about energy work, that inner work. So when we move into year 2, that would be traditionally more of the year that people would think of as the Wicca year, where we're going to be getting into working with spells. But you're doing it now based on a relationship that you have with the energy behind those spells. Pathways has been like a St. Louis hub. It's a place where all different types of traditions can come. It's not just a witchcraft store, but it also covers all the different types of metaphysicals. And the store has been in St. Louis, I believe, for about 45 years. And it's down in South County off of Lindbergh, near Tucson Ferry, if you're local to the area. They have just an absolute wonderful feel to the store. It's the consistent statement that you hear is, you know, people will walk into the store and they say, we just love the way this place feels. Wonderful staff. They offer classes around the year. Most of their calendars are up to date, not on the website, so you can go there. You'll normally see 30 plus classes for a given month.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, if people would like to learn more about the Temple of Witchcraft, or more about the things offered here in St. Louis particularly, where would they go?
The number one place to go would be the Temple of Witchcraft webpage, which is templeofwitchcraft.org. If they're more interested in the local offerings, they're actually all listed there too. So it could be a one-stop shop.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I hope you have a wonderful weekend here at the picnic.
Yes, and thank you for being here. We love having you here every year. You're wonderful.
Thank you. Have a lovely, lovely day.
You too.
My name is Reverend Bill Duvendack. I'm a professional astrologer, author, psychic, presenter, internationally known. My first full book, Vocal Magic, came out with Amandian Press this year. There's going to be another book with Amandian that comes out later on Spirit Contact, but then I have essays in several anthologies. These are all that's left from the picnic, and there's more of that to come as well. It's interesting because in some ways, I'm a little jack of all trades. I'm the current president of the Astrological Association of St. Louis, so I do a lot of astrology work, both presenting and charts for clients and things like that. But as things have been developing, I'm starting to do more and more presentations at pagan festivals, and those are varying, actually, as far as the topic goes.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the keynote speaker at the New Orleans Pagan Pride Day in October, and we're doing a workshop on vocal magic and maybe a couple others.
Very good.
So it's getting really, really big. And my main theme that runs through all my work is I try and keep dogma to a minimum. There is no only way or right way to do it. There is the way, and you go through and you figure it out.
That's a very good way to put it.
As I'm sure you have experienced.
Oh, yes. I think the worst thing people do is try to make it dogmatic, and
Right.
then it makes it harder for people to find what does work for them.
That's actually one of the things that drew me into being more active with the community. I'm an ordained independent spiritualist minister, and one of the things that drew me to it, because I really can't stand structured religion, is the fact that the dogma was on the lighter side of things.
Yeah.
So it made it feel warm and accommodating with still that structure. My next book is going to be on spirits, spirit contact in the spirit world. But before we get into that, we have to talk about the energetic body of a person. So the first third of the book is going to look at the energetic body and what to do with it, and then we move on from there into the planes and spirit contact. Actually, on my website, I'm doing a lot of free videos and video courses and classes right now that are covering concepts that would be preliminary. And I do have you to thank for some of this. Thanks to Charlene, she inspired me to get off my lazy bum and start doing more video work.
Good.
Because she was doing it for you.
Yes, indeed. Well, good. So if people would like to learn more about you, or maybe they'd like to get a copy of your book,
Tiny print for those of you that are under 40, www.418ascendant.com. You can also look up BillDuvendack.com. It loads to the same page. An astrologer friend of mine in Texas said if you just type, if you go to your your web search and type in Bill Astrology St. Louis, it'll pull me up too.
oh, cool. Well, thank you very much. It's good to talk to you.
Thank you for the honor of the interview.
I hope you enjoyed that, and you'll join us again for part 2 of our special coverage of the St. Louis Pagan Picnic. And until then, may you blessed be.